Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your May 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sagittarius, I'm getting a strong message here about you getting back on track. So for some of you, you could have made some recent decisions in your career. Yeah, look at that. You start off with the Two of Swords. There may have been some conflicting interests or some decisions that you needed to make, whether they are starting to show up in the physical world yet. I feel like they will if they haven't. But these decisions and choices that have been made are going to help you get back on track. Maybe financially, emotionally, physically, because it's been a little bit of a stuck or stagnant energy is what I'm getting. Yeah, Five of Inspiration, Five of Wands is your starting energy. So there could have been some competition, or you just felt like you weren't able to get ahead is kind of what I hear for you. And then your crossing energy is the Death, and in the past you have the Hanged Man. So that's making sense with what I'm picking up on here for you. And then final outcome, please. We have partnerships, allegiances, alliances, contracts, agreements. I feel like that's all part of May for you. So starting off, you do have the Two Swords that are looking like they're at a little bit of a crossroads here. Some of you may have been fired, let go of a position, or maybe you had to do some firing or hiring. There could have been a pay cut or a downsize. Some of you may deal with a legal situation, or you're dealing with a legal situation, or maybe you work in the legal system. There's going to be a breakthrough. Okay, a breakthrough. These Two Swords coming together are saying, okay, something has been opposing, right? Five of Wands. Something has been challenging to the point of creating a debate, creating obstacles. There needs to be collaboration here in a way that maybe just cutting something out, because we do have the Death card, but we'll take a look and see. For others of you, I feel like there has been a loss of some sort, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because it actually looks like you're going to celebrate through some sort of hardship. I feel like you're releasing the weight of some burden that you've carried, or that you were in a little bit of limbo or Hanged Man energy. This is about money conflicts. This is about cutting corners. And someone around you, you could have been dealing with someone who is trying to cut corners or get things done quickly, because that's that Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be, putting all the pressure on you because they're trying to take the shortcut or trying to take the easy way out. But I feel like someone wasn't necessarily being the best team player, or it just felt like, excuse me, the odds were stacked against you in some way, shape, or form. Now we have the Anchor showing up, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that Hanged Man, Sag. This is about making a financially sound decision and sitting on it for a little while. Some of you, there was a decision made, and it caused you to pause, to reflect, and even release some sort of control, okay? There's a surrender here in order for you to gain a new perspective. And I feel like you had to go through this maybe logical time of thinking things through, or really going within and maybe hermiting for some of you. You may have even traveled. Maybe you want to travel more, and there's some burdens that you're wanting to release. This can be the card of making some financially sound decisions that are going to get you out of these blocks, right? Because we have money conflicts, and then we have money blocks, and then your outcome here is overcoming those obstacles. So here's the obstacles weighing you down. You're at a crossroads. Do I stay? Do I go? Am I going to get that job? Am I going to stay unemployed? Do I sell this business? Do I keep it? Excuse me. So I do feel that there's a power play or a power choice, a very powerful choice or decision made in the near future that is going to help you move forward and make progress, help you get back on track. You're taking charge here of your destiny, taking charge of your financial matters, taking charge of your career goals. Some of you are an owner or a boss. You may have a lot of wealth coming your way, or you could be selling something off that could create a lot of wealth for you. But I feel like it wasn't an impulsive decision, which is good. We don't want to make impulsive, rash decisions when it comes to, big future investments. Now, bottom of the deck, you do have the Ring card. This does talk about financial commitments, long-term investments, which is what I see this being for you. So maybe retirement. You may be talking to a financial advisor. You may be contemplating a move or moving your business, expanding your business, or moving to a different area within a company, right? So whatever this is, you want to work together. You want there to be fulfillment. And in order to do so, a decision needed to be made here. And I almost feel like it was up to you. Like some sort of decision was up to you, even if you felt like it was out of your control with the Hanged Man. On an energetic soul level, this decision was yours. And it may feel like things are a little chaotic, right? In the mix of it all, you are feeling like there's an outward and upward trend, which is good. This is about climbing the ladder, maybe even revisiting a job, revisiting an old connection. This can be going in for a promotion. And then there's the pendulum talking about choices, right? Job change or making an important choice. This is strategizing, feeling a little bit of indecision here, but I see that you're going to collaborate or connect, and it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off. All right, what do we have over here? Yeah, there's the card of growth. I like this. You may be thinking about your future, leaving behind a legacy, passing on of your name. I'm getting 10 of Pentacles energy. I'm just seeing if we have the 10 of Pence. Nope, but we do have that 10 of Wands. I knew you were carrying some heavy burdens. Now, the growth is about your future growth and about multiplying your income or being able to have more than enough. Your goal, I feel, is that 10 of Pentacles, to be able to negotiate offers. There's the negotiation card. So you can have the freedom, emotional freedom, financial freedom, flexibility to do things that align with who you are and where you are going. Some of you may be starting from, scratch with the entry level. Maybe you're going back to school. You could be starting up a sister company here, or you're hiring new people to come on board with the entry level. I also see training involved, especially if you've lost a job or if you've been terminated here. I feel like you're going to go into a new position where you're going to have to learn the ropes, right? For others of you, this could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe you've left a job by choice and decided to go off on your own and start your own thing here. There's the vacation energy. Yeah, there's the vacation. Some of you are needing a vacation. Maybe you're planning one in the month of May, or you are taking one. And it can be a staycation at your home. It can be a weekend getaway, or maybe you're fortunate enough to leave for a couple of weeks. Or this is something that you need to lay down some burdens. Maybe you've worked really, really hard, so you can get to that point of being able to relax and have a little more rest or R&R time. And then lastly, we have budget. You're taking a look at your budget here. I feel like you're speaking with maybe a financial advisor or an accountant. You could be looking at how your money is working for you. Where are you investing your money? Is it necessary? Is there a payout? Are you getting what you're putting into whatever you may be purchasing, or a person? Or I'm just getting you weighing up pros and cons of the value, okay? The value. Some of you are adjusting prices in a company as well. This could be adjusting payroll. It could be adjusting, services to maybe to grow and expand. You need to switch up some things here or take some classes that can help you make a little more money. Okay, there's growth available, but I also feel like you are taking serious inventory on where you are putting your time, your energy, and money. So starting off, you do have the Five of Wands. There may have been some conflict. There may have been some back and forth energy, maybe competitiveness, criticism, rivalry. You may have different opinions in the workplace, or perhaps this is a mental struggle or a spiritual struggle even with yourself to find that motivation to keep on going. Because fives are about change. They're about travel. They're about obstacles. They're about conflict. And you may have felt uncertain about the right people on your team. You may have felt uncertain about your life purpose, your mission, what you wanted to do here, what decisions to make that would be beneficial. I also feel a loss or a lack of inspiration, and that's what I was getting in the very beginning. And if that's the case, I do see things are starting to move along here for you, where you're going to get to that Six of Wands energy. Okay, I'm just seeing what's in the outcome here. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles. So there's stability coming in here for you, but you had to get through some of these obstacles first. Now what's crossing your path is the Death. There's an ending here for you. A major transformation happening within. This is rebirth, it's spiritual growth, it's transition. So don't resist the push for change. Changing up the way things are done, changing up some time management or some efficiency. This could even be employers. This can be clients. This can be how things have always been done. If they're not working, there needs to be an end to what's not working. Okay, don't just hang on to something because you've hung on to it for 10 years, right? If someone is not doing their job, but you're paying them to do maybe the job of 3 people and they are going downhill, but you keep paying them uphill, right? That's not an equal trade. And I just feel like there's certain things that need to be cut out. Now, if you are in a position that is not inspiring you, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of gossip, there's no teamwork, right? Everybody's feels like very selfish type of energy. I feel like you are deciding to maybe cut that out and cut your losses and maybe go elsewhere. Pivot, course correct is what I get here. Okay. I also get there could be a company layoff or a company downgrade, maybe due to financial reasons, due to money conflicts. Yeah, that could be the cutting corners. I'm also getting here a message around quality and quantity. Okay. It's almost as if there's some sort of material or product that the company may have been trying to save on, but it did not turn out good. It really showed up in the work, and maybe there's been a lot of complaints, or perhaps the company wanted to hire someone for a cheaper value, but then the work's cheaper. I just get something here with the quality not being as good because someone is trying to cut corners here. I don't love that energy, but I feel like if that's the case, it will be addressed in the month of May. What's below you? The Seven of Wands. This is you not putting up with nothing, right? The Seven of Wands is defending yourself, Sagittarius, standing up for your beliefs, putting that brave face on, but also protecting what you've grown, protecting your integrity, going the distance and living life on your own terms. Non-conforming here. You're holding the curtains open so the sunshine can come in, because I feel like there was pressure and a lot of it. In the deep past, this is about defensiveness, maybe people around you being easily offended, or maybe you yourself were easily offended. This is pressure and fight or flight. It is just the, boundaries basically. And I feel like that may have been a major milestone in your career, is about boundaries and non-conforming. Some of you also decided to go off on your own and build your own dream versus helping someone else build their dream. I'm getting an inventive energy here. Maybe you've invented some sort of a product, but you've had to put your name on it. You've had to patent it. You've had to protect what you have created, or protect your name or your reputation. Something like that I'm getting from this Seven of Wands for you as well. I'm hearing Johnston or Johnson could be significant. Maybe Johnson Motors or Johnson and Johnson, baby powder, whatever it may be. Maybe it's someone's last name. Take that as it resonates. In the recent past, we have a spiritual awakening. We have the Hanged Man showing up here. So I like to see the Hanged Man in reverse because it means that you are gaining that new perspective. Some of you felt restricted. You felt stuck. You felt like you were sacrificing your time, your energy, your integrity. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big no-no. No wonder why some of you were, making some big changes, because it's like your integrity was compromised. Whew. Yeah, you knew that there needed to be a shift. It just did not feel good up in here, right? You knew that there was change on the horizon, but some of you weren't quite sure. And so you hung around, maybe sat around for a while. I'm not quite sure how to make a move. Well, here's the Magician showing up above you. This is you using your power. But be mindful that what you think about, you bring about. What you focus on, Sagittarius, grows. Now, the Magician has very, very powerful skills. But the Magician also knows that he can misuse his powers, right? He can trick the audience to believe what he wants them to believe. Now, I'm not calling you a trickster here, but I am saying sometimes our manifestations can trick us, right? We can manifest from a lower frequency or a lower vibration, and when we get it, it may not be exactly what we had hoped for because we manifested it from a frequency of fear or from obsession, right? So just be mindful of what you're putting out into the universe, because that's what you're going to get back in return. And so when the Magician shows up, this is about you, Sag, having all of the tools that you need, all the talent, the skills to take action. This is the man behind the curtain. Think of the Wizard of Oz, right? He's the man behind the curtain that's large and in charge out here, but behind the curtain, he's just a guy. And I feel like your power, your beliefs, that's where it's at. And I feel like you are making magic here. You're wanting to change your life for the better, but we also have to focus on the gains and not necessarily the loss. And you have some sort of loss or ending that you've gone through, and maybe you're resisting it in some way, shape, or form, which could prolong your manifestations, or it could manifest as something that, you weren't quite expecting. But I see that there is going to be celebration, okay? Because in your near future, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is celebration, celebrating a special event or a special occasion. This is honoring each other. It's communal achievement. This is an award or a ceremony. Yeah, some of you have manifested I want to say even a certification or certifiable, or you've manifested a new opportunity, a raise or a job or a vacation. Yeah, because you've sat around for quite some time and you knew that there needed to be a shift, right? And through this spiritual awakening, you're like, I'm manifesting a new beginning. I'm not going to stay in that Hanged Man energy. I'm getting myself out of this. I'm really not stuck, although I thought I was. That's a misuse of power, thinking one's stuck when they're not. And here in the future, you're doing something about it. And you're being recognized for your hard work. There's helpful people here. Wands are about creativity and passion and career and inspiration. And we see a very structured, very planned, very stable energy coming in here for you around your creativity. But I also feel like you're being rewarded in some way, shape, or form. Now, what's going on in your environment? You've come to the ends. You have worked really, really, really hard for something, and it's okay to allow yourself to rest. Some of you need that reminder. You must rest, because sometimes, Sagittarius, you run. You see all these, all of these animals with a big old heaviness on their backs. Some of you may even suffer at time from back, shoulder, or neck pressure. Sometimes this is the Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It energy as well with this Ten of Wands. You may feel physically exhausted, but this is about bringing others in to lighten the load and realizing that you don't have to fix and take care of everything. The world is still going to go round. And sometimes you feel like the only way something is going to get done, maybe right, is if you do it. But with that mentality, and maybe that feels true for you, it could be, depending on your circumstances, but it also puts on a lot of unnecessary or unneeded stress for you. And I feel like you've come to the end of that cycle. Spirit is saying it's time for you to put down some of those burdens, because what we have here is the muse of material. You've built your empire in a way. You're not afraid of hard work. We see that with the Ten of Wands. You've created a sense of stability. This is big boss energy right here. And I also feel that you have remained disciplined, but there's something that may have felt a little bit off track here in the past. But again, you're getting back on track. You are back on track towards your abundance. And you can see that you have a little ways to go, but you're on that bridgeway. You're on that path. And you see that portal and that opening is bringing in a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness. This is also the card of working smarter, not harder. And we said that in the beginning of your reading. You are a reliable leader, okay? And if this is someone else showing up for you, they could be a reliable leader, and you're the one walking towards that type of energy because you want to attract stability and abundance and prosperity. You want to invest in your time and your money and your energy into things that are going to pay off long term. And the King of Pentacles is long-term growth. Beautiful energy here. What are the hopes and fears? Six of Cups, a little bit of nostalgia. I am getting with this Six of Cups, this could be childhood dreams. For some of you, it's your hopes manifesting, being made real. Maybe a childhood dream of, wanting to open up a cupcake factory or have a dog park or, have a zillion cats that you can take care of. Whatever your childhood dreams are, right? Maybe traveling the world. Maybe something here with helping others, psychology, the mind, right? Belief system. I feel like you are going to be very, very successful in whatever this childhood dream is that you've had, but I also see second chances available here. If you've gone through a difficult period of your life, maybe health-wise or maybe in your personal life, but it has affected your financial state, I feel like you have a second chance here. The universe never tires of giving us second chances, Sagittarius. Don't forget that. The fear is buying affection. It can be realizing who your true friends are, okay? Or buying your way into something, or maybe someone is, I'm getting this energy of buying someone's feelings, okay? I don't love that, but maybe you've done that in the past. Even if you didn't have a lot of money, you may have been the person that said, hey, I'll take all you coworkers out for, drinks and dinner after work, and you got the round, and then everybody started to expect that from you. So I feel like there has been expectations that you fell into that you started to turn on as the default mode, but you're shaking up a belief system here. And by doing so, your final outcome is the Three of Cups. This is the Three of Emotions, which is the card of celebrating with your friends, with your family, with your community. There's some sort of a party in store here, and it could be because you're celebrating a new job, a raise, passing of a test. There could even be a old contact or an old job that you've wanted for quite some time with that Six of Cups, and you go back, you work for them, or maybe you're in a different position now to be able to work with that company that you've wanted to work for quite some time, or to be able to celebrate a childhood dream made manifest. Yeah, Three of Cups is a beautiful energy to have here as your outcome. So expect good times, expect, a circle of kindred spirits, expect some, salutes and some cheers and some pats on the back, because I feel like this is a well-deserved win. Beautiful energy here, Sag. Let's take a look at the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have, please, for Sagittarius? Wisdom of the Oracle. You have two cards that came out. You have the Fates and you have between worlds. And I'm going to do the between worlds for you because of the death energy. So some of you, there may have been a situation that occurred and you asked yourself, why? Why am I going through this? Why am I stuck in this hanged man mode? Some of you may have even become a little bit of a martyr or a little bit of a victim or had that victim mentality. It's part of the human experience. It happens. Cut yourself some slack. But the fates here say that this is destined. There was this awakening that needed to take place, maybe even through some challenges or some towers. And now you're between worlds. But I like this between worlds because you see that that flamingo is stepping out of some stormy or choppy energy, right? And that's kind of where we see us landing at the beginning of the month. The Five of Wands feels a little bit dark, a little bit shadowy, and then we walk into that sunlight. This is about transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. It can be temporary blindness or no man's land. And the prosperity message for you, Sag, is this. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've ever known before. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, there is a golden opportunity here, and that's part of what you're manifesting. But for some of you, be mindful of your expectations because expectations can be a huge block towards our goals. It's not a time for guarantees. Things may not go exactly as planned or as dictated, so let go. There's the Hanged Man. Let go and see what Spirit has in store for you. And that can be difficult with the Death card showing up as the challenge because what takes hold in your life, Sagittarius, will be better than you could have even imagined because it's coming from, I feel, not just destined soul contracted blueprints. It is part of what you have been working so very hard on. And we have the crown and we have the King of Pentacles wearing the crown. Those two are coming together, right? As Maya Angelou says, your crown is bought and paid for. It's time to put it on your head and wear it. So between worlds, let go and see what Spirit has in store for you because I feel like it's really quite amazing and could be quite magical for you as well with the Magician. All right, let's get a few messages from the spirit animals. At this time, Sagittarius, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale with your eyes closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animals could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Perhaps your animal is a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that you currently have at home. Or maybe an animal that's crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Sagittarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your animals in the comment section below the video and be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right. Oh, I love this. Your first two cards out You have the antelope that says, get ready, life is speeding up. And we see that here happening for you. The magician is a very action oriented energy. It is about manifesting your dreams into the physical. And I see that with the King of Pentacles showing up in your environment. So you're manifesting something here after a time of feeling a little bit stagnant or a little bit stuck. It may feel like a little bit of a whirlwind. We have that spiral. There may be a lot going on, but you are upgrading, right? You're upgrading, you're ascending your energy. Some of you may be born on the 2nd, the 11th, or the 12th. You may be 61 years old or 37 years old. Next up, you have the butterfly. This is the death energy. It says transformation is beautiful. So many times we look at the death energy and think of loss, and we think of, pain. And don't get me wrong, when a caterpillar is going through the cocoon process, a piece of it dies, right? It turns to mush before it transforms and grows its wings into that beautiful butterfly. So there is a process here that on the grand scale of things is quite beautiful, quite significant. And I feel like you are going through this transition, but you already have the wings, right? You have the wings, but it may feel like you're still kind of sitting in that cocoon process. You have turkey, gobble, gobble, give with gratitude and grace, right? A lot of gratitude here. Gratitude for what you have currently and also what you cannot see coming, but you know is on the precipice here. It's right on the energy center, ready to come in. You will be manifesting it here in the month of May. And I also see by November that there is going to be a complete 180. So you're in the process of this. It doesn't mean that it's going to take that long for you to get out of that in between, right? Because transformation is beautiful. But I see by the end of the year, you'll have hit many, many milestones that you've been wanting to take place over the last few years. Big milestones coming in. You have lion. It says be generous of spirit. Spirit is your biggest co-creating partner. So generosity, goodwill. And then lastly, we have canary. Sing your own song. Yeah, march to the beat of your own drum. Sing your own song. It's also card 12. That's the hanged man energy. So some of you, you're speaking up for what you want. You're dreaming your world into being. I feel like there's something that you have created. This is authentic. This is individual to you. Even if you work in, a company or you work for someone else, you have gifts, skills, and talents that other people do not have. Not in the same way that you do, Sagittarius. You're very genuine. You're very down to earth. You're very authentic. You're the real deal. And I feel if you put something out there that is your name or your energy, people are going to want it from, far and wide, because you can see on that canary, the musical notes are blooming. They're going above and beyond. And I feel like this is your energy carrying out, rippling out into the universe. So this is a really neat energy. And last but not least, let's take a look at what your soul's truth wants you to know at this time and how to help you move forward financially, abundantly, career-wise, wealth-wise. What do we need to know? Ooh, see, there's a risk. What risk can you take today? Do you surround yourself with people who lift you up? All right, we have a few of them out. So first off, what risk can you take today, Sag? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You'll have to take the big scary leap, but don't fret because your soul has wings. There's the butterfly, right? There's the butterfly. There's the birdie, the canary. Your soul has wings. It's time to take flight. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. And you have that courageous lion here. So you have support backing you up. We have, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? And do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today is soul action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify, is there anyone in your life who no longer serves you? Can you love them from a distance? That's such a hard one. And because you have the 10 of Wands, you can be a people pleaser or want to fix situations, and we can take on the burden sometimes of others. But I also feel like you're choosing to cut people, places, or things out that don't inspire and don't lift you up. And you're choosing to love from a distance or to learn some soul lessons and to cut your losses is what I get here. What can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create your purpose out of pain? So yeah, I feel like you are being inspired by something that you've gone through, maybe that 5 of Wands energy, and you're going to see the silver lining, and you're going to see how something you've gone through is actually propelling you to move back into a back on track type of energy. I keep getting back on track for you. And then you have, what if it isn't true, right? Have a soul chat. If you're telling yourself things that aren't true, like you can't do it, or you're not going to get there, or you're not enough, or maybe it's not for you. Those are just tricks that the mind is playing that aren't even true at all. And then lastly, if you had a magic wand and could have anything in life that you desired, what would you choose? And it says there's power in your desires, Sagittarius. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. There is another energy of taking off. If you've been sitting on something here, right? Sitting on the edge with this hanged man, just waiting. You're not stuck. You are being guided here to manifest, to make a choice, to get out of some sort of old story that doesn't exist here. We just tell ourselves it does. We give ourselves the concrete reasons, but they're really not concrete. We can break that concrete up. And I feel like you having a soul chat with yourself and telling yourself, what else is possible? What do I need to get rid of? What do I need to let die to reach my soul's truth? That's where you're at, because what you're manifesting is magic. We talked about that with the magician. That's your magic wand. So what are you choosing? Be mindful. Because I do feel here, what you desire, right? What lies within, choose what makes you happy and do that. And that's what you're celebrating. That's what I have for you, Sag. I hope that was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment your power animals below, and be sure to hit that bell and notification button. Thank you so very much for tuning in, Sagittarius. Lots of love.